What is up, guys and girls? Welcome to episode number 146 of the Nonsense Review, also known as the birth year of a Chinese general, and that's the only thing you're getting from me because Wikipedia's not great today. I'm your host as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, that was a weird factoid.
The weird thing is I know the general in question, however, not personally, obviously.
Well, I should hope not. Unless she's a fucking vampire.
Today we're doing something that we're quite excited to do. The only reason we haven't done it before now is because it's out today as of recording, the 15th of December.
Yes, it is. We were informed that it was out a long time ago. However, that was just it being released at Cannes Film Festival, and it's only now available to the general public.
That's what Rick found out. I was just like, it's not out till Christmas. And Rick was like, but it says it's out. And we had a discussion, and the discussion ended up being, the internet's weird.
Yeah, me being grumpy because the internet was like, technically, actually, was out there. But yeah. So yeah, it's Chicken Run today.
Yeah, it's on Netflix as well, which is always useful because it's easy to watch.
It is.
Before we get too bogged down in rambly-bambly nonsense, even though that's kind of the premise of the show, those of you familiar with the podcast know what we like to do before jumping in is to talk about our weeks and the goings-on in the wide, wide world. So with that in mind, Rick, how's your week been, buddy?
I've been generally okay. We've had some extended family over, and it's been nice. And also, the Pokemon DLC came out, so I've been playing that since basically yesterday. There's a worldwide shortage of Totodiles. I've been able to get some real good trade fodder for those little boys. However, in the world, The Day Before has released. It's a game on Steam. Well, it's now no longer available on Steam. It got a 2 out of 10. The studio shut down 4 days later.
Oh.
Steam, as a good faith gesture, are honouring refunds no matter how long you spent on it, and the game can no longer be purchased. So basically, yeah, they've done a mischief and turned tail and run.
It always baffles me a bit when they do this. It's not the first time, won't be the last time.
Yeah.
But it's weird that it's happened to a thing that I've never fucking heard of.
Yeah, it's also weird that it's like it was touted as being AAA, as opposed to normally when this happens, it's like a stupid little asset flip where, like, okay, it's sold for like £7, and yeah, it's £7 too many, but at least something crap was made, and you knew that you were buying crap.
Yeah. The amount of games you can buy on Steam that are... Well, Rick, if they came out 20 years ago, they'd be shitty little Flash games that you play on Newgrounds.
Yeah.
Not to disparage Newgrounds, I love that website, and I love those shitty little games, but in the context of real video games with budgets...
Yes, absolutely. In sad news, Andre Braugher, who was Captain Holt in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, has passed away age 61 after a brief illness, and I found out last night that it was confirmed to be lung cancer.
Yeah, apparently he had the diagnosis only a few months ago. I only know the guy from his work on Brooklyn Nine-Nine and as Mayor Woodchuck in BoJack Horseman, which he did a great job as, by the way.
And here's the thing, I've never watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I'm aware of it through the memes. It's apparently a very memeable show.
It's a decent show up until a point, and I can't tell you the exact point where it starts to get annoying, because I can tell you why, because it's our old favourite problem, and that is Flanderization.
Yeah, fair enough. Thoughts to his family. And the last thing that I've seen out in the wide world is Mike Merles. You might know him as the guy who made D&D 5th Ed. He was the first design lead and was basically in charge when it was first released. He got reshuffled thanks to some controversy. Most recently, he was Larian's 5th Ed consultant.
Yep.
Yeah, he's now been let go from Hasbro alongside a lot of many people who've been just axed from Hasbro.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad you brought this up because I've also got this on my notes. I'll express my thoughts how I written them, and that is, in classic scumbag fashion, Hasbro has laid off 1,100 workers just before Christmas, which, you gotta remember, earlier this year, they let go of 800, bringing the total kill count to 1,900 members of staff, minimum, that they've axed this year.
That's just in the big exoduses that they've caused. This isn't counting individuals and little axings that just don't make the news.
It's capitalism at work. Yeah, I know I say that a lot, but this time it actually genuinely is. This isn't the... We're going to give Hasbro shit because they need shit thrown at them, but they are by no means the only company that does this.
Oh, totally.
It's just what happened is they're like, oh, we didn't make as much money as we wanted to this quarter. What's a quick way to bump our numbers up so our investors look good? Let's sack a load of staff. Yeah, that sounds good. And now the CEO gets an extra 0 on his bonus.
Yeah. Well, the stupid thing is they have to pay these people. Like, a lot of these people will need severance packages.
Okay, it still gives them a bump in profit.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's very short-sighted of them.
Oh, yeah, it's incredibly short-sighted.
And you mentioning Sven, the Larianst guys, he went on record as saying that pretty much everybody on the D&D team that they worked directly with on Baldur's Gate 3 is no longer with Hasbro.
Yeah, Mike Merle's chief among them. He's the one that I've focused in on, because he's basically the main one that I know. I only know like 4 or 5 people on the D&D team. Most of them have been or became or are no longer the creative leads. Merle's was the one that I enjoyed because he did a thing called the Happy Fun Time, where he would basically do what the Dungeon Master's Guide shows you how to do in terms of tweaking and homebrewing things for yourself, but like he did some other examples of what he would do for certain things, and some of those things ended up being really fun, and then very shortly after that he got reshuffled away.
Yeah, so it's really odd that you're using the term reshuffled, because that's got negative connotations in my mind. As in, usually when someone's reshuffled, it's, oh, you did a crime, so we're going to put you in the back rooms for a year.
Well, kind of. He basically, kind of unknowingly, but also, if you had any idea why this was an issue, basically gave the details of abuse victims to the abuser in the guise of, well, not even in the guise, basically saying, is this true? And just handed him the contact details of all the people that this guy had abused.
In which case, I would have fired him then, accident or no.
Yeah, fucking idiot. Socially. But yes, that's it for me and my week. How's your week been, and what have you seen out in the universe?
Yeah, I've done a pretty solid fuck all. It's the lead up to Christmas. I go to work, and then I'm too depressed to do shit for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
This one's kind of news, but it is technically something I did, so fuck it can count as my week. The Hazbin Hotel Season 1 proper trailer dropped. It's about 2 minutes long. Okay. It looks fun. There's not much else to say, really. I don't know if you've seen it or not, Rick.
I've not. Does it look like they're having to redo the pilot for a real episode 1?
No. It looks like all the characters are already in the hotel, so that's fine.
So it follows on from the pilot. That's pretty good.
Like, half of the trailer is an advertisement for the hotel with Alastor doing, "Are you a fuck-up? Do you want to not be a fuck-up?" I'm paraphrasing, but, you know, that's basically what he says. It also includes some fun scenes of Angel Dust reading lines poorly while being in a porno, and he just goes, "Who the fuck writes this?" And then there's a little follow-on later on where he's doing lines for the advertisement, and he goes, "Who the fuck writes this?" And it just cuts to Charlie smiling.
Very on brand.
Exactly. There's a neat scene in the trailer where we see straight up Lucifer with his 6 angel wings, and that looks badass and cool. I can't wait to see why the fuck that happens.
Neat.
They also established the big threat of Season 1, and that is... I wanted to say angels, but I started saying aliens.
Yeah, right, okay.
So angels have an extermination day because, as I think you brought this up before, but there's too many people in the afterlife and they want to come down and cull them for some reason, which I assume is going to be established in the actual series itself. So Charlie is really rushing to get a hotel up and to not re-educate, but, you know...
Yeah, she wants to rehabilitate sinners to get them out of hell, not knowing that, you know, the whole point of there needing to be culls in hell, as we see in the pilot, is because there's massive overpopulation.
Except this time it's angels coming down to do it. It's not an internal hell thing.
Yeah, basically she thinks that heaven's got space, and they really don't.
Well, again, I don't know where you got this info from. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I've never seen it.
Sure.
It's just something you've told me, and I don't know if it's correct or not. And again, I'm not saying you're wrong, I just don't know where you got the info from.
It was from the past.
But yeah, only thing I've got on my actual news notes, because you took both my stories, Rick, E3 is officially dead.
Oh shit, yeah, forgot about this. I read it, and I thought, didn't we report this earlier in the year? No, apparently the president of E3 did an interview where he confirmed that it is super dead and is no longer coming back.
I haven't gone into it. I glanced at an article. I skimmed it. I didn't really go into it in details because honestly, it was just saying stuff we kind of already knew.
Yeah.
But the big thing was that they did want to do an E3 this year, and they sent out, you know, the usual invites and the logistical stuff, and no one wanted to to show anything at E3. So E3 was like, I guess I'll just die then.
Yeah. Well, kind of. The Game Awards has essentially become winter E3.
I mean, I was surprised when at the Game Awards we had so many fucking announcements, because I'm like, this is an awards show. This is odd.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they're turning it into like a spectacle for like anyone watching. So yes, you can celebrate things that have come before, and oh yeah, get hype for things that are to come.
But yes, that does it for our weeks in the goings on in the wide, wide world. Sorry it was a bit quick. Well, then again, some of you are probably cheering because you're like, yeah, fuck that segment. Anyway, today we're hopping on Netflix with a brand new offering from Aardman Studios. Rick, what are we doing?
We're doing Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. If you wanting to join along with us at home, it's 3, 2, 1, and go.
I know preciously little about this, apart from the fact it's long enough in the future that the characters from the previous one had have kids, and they're probably... Basically, we've got a bunch of Borutos.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they had chicks in the finale of their previous movie.
True enough. Man, it's really easy to... Sorry. Gotta stress that this is a sequel to a film that I feel like is 20 years old.
At least.
Okay. It's really weird watching this as an adult who has since actually worked on a farm and stuff, and it's like, these chickens are treated better than a lot of chickens.
Yes. They've got space to roam.
It is a bit weird. Like, who the fuck came up with the concept of, do you want to do Great Escape for Kids? And someone went, yes. How do we do the Great Escape for Kids? Chickens?
Yeah. Yeah, police suspect foul play.
That is such a fucking Daily Mail headline, ain't it?
It is, yeah. Are they going to be eggs?
Well, I most definitely won't.
Yep. There we are.
Rocky doesn't sound quite the same as he used to, but she does.
Yeah. Man, I remember Fowler being like one of the best characters in this movie.
Fowler's the general, right? Or am I insane?
Yeah, the old chicken.
Yeah.
The old rooster.
I did like the big joke at the end of the... Spoilers for Chicken One Run, but if you've not seen that, why the fuck are you watching this? I did like the big joke of when they had the big plane built and he just sat at the back of the plane and they're like, well, you're going to fly it? And he went, oh, I never flew.
I'm a chicken. I don't let chickens behind the controls of advanced aircraft.
That was fast. Oh,
Yum.
God, that's too real, isn't it? Okay, yeah, that was a pretty decent gag, but unfortunately, it doesn't live up to the physical humour we're currently watching.
Yep.
That is an ugly fucking chick.
It is a bit. It looks a bit like the Five Nights at Freddy's one that's meant to be slightly grotesque.
Oh, fuck, yeah, you're so right. I think that's just a side effect of claymation.
Maybe so.
It's also too fucking big.
Yeah. Well, I guess like you need it to be too big so you can animate it well with claymation.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Into the bicycle.
It was a good try, but, you know.
Yeah.
I might be insane, but I don't remember them getting an island at the end of the film. I thought they just landed in the countryside, but hey, shows me.
Yeah, they got an island which I'm assuming is like in the middle of a park or something.
Maybe so. Little shit.
Hmm.
Knowing what you do about chicken biology, and that is they tend to lay an egg a day, it's very odd that they chose to only have one. What do they do with the excess eggs?
I guess they just eat the others. Or just, like, give them to the rats.
Oh. Yeah, well, I guess if they're unfertilised, it is essentially just a... I'm just reminded of a joke of, like, eggs are just chicken periods.
Yes. Yeah, periods with shells.
She's really good at escaping. That's the big joke.
Yeah.
Hey, I love these guys. They're so fucking great.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, she's got beautiful British teeth.
Mm-hmm. There she goes. Yeah, one of the things that they were floating on was just entitled cholesterol oil.
I didn't get any of that, my dude.
Yeah, one of the things on the raft was cholesterol oil.
Ah.
Which I thought was a cute little gag.
Not being a parent, we can't relate, but apparently that's a thing every parent goes through of, like, I swear yesterday you were at my knees and now you're at my shoulders, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Man, how painstaking must it be, unless they're using CG effects, but water must be a bitch to do in claymation, right?
Oh yeah, it's gotta be. They might use something else, like latex or something, but yeah.
Yeah, but the fact they're making it move with every shot means they have to, manipulate it between every snap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if it's 60 frames per second, which I'm not sure if it is, I'm just assuming, then that means that's 60 pictures for every second.
I think usually for cinematic it's like 24, but that's still a lot.
Yeah. Well, this film's an hour and a half long before credits. Like, with credits, it's like an hour and fucking 50, but before credits, it's an hour and 30, so times that by 24. Wait, that's not even correct. Every hour, fucking 60, let's say 90 minutes, times that by 60, and then times that by 24, and that's how many pictures they had to take.
Yeah.
And that's on the conservative side of things.
Yeah, that's assuming every picture was correct. Like, a lot of the time you have to do multiple... The equivalent of multiple takes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. Would chickens like popcorn?
Probably.
Man, as an aside, do you know what food my parrot loves?
Bacon rinds.
Chicken.
Yep. Fair enough.
If I'm eating chicken, I always cut off some and give it to the parrot because he fucking loves it.
Remember a friend of mine had a turtle, and the turtle also liked chicken.
Depending on the turtle, then yeah, it's an omnivore.
Yeah.
If it was a tortoise, not so much. Tortoises are usually strictly herbivores.
Oh yeah. It was a turtle that could swim. So He had some roommates, which were like other fish that were basically, oh yes, they were technically other pets, but they're really just emergency food supply for when he gets bored or hungry.
That's not a nice thing to do.
Oh, but you know. Yeah, Lewis the turtle was the main pet. Everything else was just for Lewis.
Yeah, ethically speaking, I find that dubious at best.
Sure.
The large chicken who was doing the grapes earlier, I generally think, in my mind's eye, if she was a human, I'm just picturing Nora Batty.
Yeah, I think that's what she was based on, yeah, Babs.
I do kind of like how in the Chicken Run universe, the men are rather useless.
Yes.
which is fun on a few levels, because, you know, first of all, the women get shit done, which is always neat. But more importantly, they're chickens, and it's how humans see chickens.
Yeah. That if a male chicken is born, you basically only need one, because if you have more than one, then they fight to the death anyway.
Not strictly true, but you know, it's one of those where it's more hassle than it's worth. That's certainly true, but like some cockerels do get on. Very rarely, I'll add.
Yeah.
Like if you go to a community farm that's just about like basically, hey, here's a bunch of animals, kids, do you want to pet them? You will usually find multiple cockerels because they don't give a fuck.
Sure.
I don't know what it is about. Like, again, they're making a shitting themselves joke there with the egg coming out, but it's like what that is implying is that if they get a sudden shock, instead of shitting themselves, they have a sudden period. Could you? How terrifying would it be to be a woman if that was a thing that could happen?
Yeah, rather so. However, it is a cloaca. It is both.
True, I guess, but I'm guessing they were all concerned because they thought they'd have to fight, because that's how Ginge be.
Yeah. They'd have to fight or do another escape.
Okay. I get it. So the actual moral conundrum is that other chickens are going through the same thing they did, and it's like, we can hide and keep ourselves safe, or we can fight and help other chickens, but that involves danger and risk, and she's a mother now. And I realise I'm just reiterating the plot, but there's fuck all else to talk about right now this second.
Yeah, because here's the thing. The visuals are all fantastic, and they've been consistently very good.
Yeah. Now we're getting a montage of hiding the secret. We're in Naruto again. Did no one give him the memo?
Apparently not.
You know, come to think of it, there's only 2 roosters in this community, which means if there's any other kids, they're all Rockies or the Majors.
Yeah.
Ooh. So that... To be fair, that's pretty decent camouflage when he's not moving.
It is, yeah. But like the standard thing of careless cost lies is obviously a callback to loose lips sink ships.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say the same thing, but I got distracted by Major's awesome camouflage.
Yeah.
I mean, Rocky's basically a fucking kid anyway.
He is. Cocker.
No, he's from fucking I almost said Geordie Town. Where the Geordies from, Rick?
Newcastle.
That's the one. Fuck me.
Yeah, right, me old cocker.
Here's the problem, right? And it's something that happens in a lot of media which has a younger person as a protagonist. I assume Molly's meant to be our protagonist rather than the old crew.
Yeah.
It's the old problem of why can't I do the thing, and it's just you just can't, and it's like, that never works, does it? You've got to just explain why they can't do the thing. If that doesn't work, then at least your hands are sort of clean to a certain degree in that you gave them all the information you can. If they then still choose to be a dick, that's on them. Obviously, you'd rather they didn't, but you can only control someone so much, even if the attempt to control them is for their own sense of safety.
Mm-hmm. She's flown the coop.
Oh, very good, Rick. Oh, she made a raft and everything.
Yeah.
I'm
industrious.
I'm kind of glad that the rats didn't smuggle her off, because that would have soured me on them. From a human perspective, I don't actually know what the legality is of stealing chickens. Like, if you just find a chicken in the wild, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to just take it.
Yeah, I think chickens are classed alongside, like, bees. They're essentially chattel rather than cattle.
Okay.
In that it is property, but they're not protected as much as, like, a good old sheep would be for, like, rustling.
Yeah, okay.
We got a Scouser chicken.
I was just gonna say, fucking hell. Rick, I don't know about you, but I've got this really bad problem where if I hear a regional accent, mine starts coming out more. Oh no. They think, obviously we know Molly kind of thinks it's fun, but it's surprising that a wild chicken also thinks, oh yeah, happy.
Yeah, it's either that or she's luring them in.
Okay, but that would imply that she can talk to Mrs. Tweedy and Mrs. Tweedy is getting her in on it. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it seemed to be a thing in the first film that the humans and chickens couldn't actually talk to each other.
Yeah. So it wasn't like Toy Story rules, where they just choose not to speak.
Oh, wow. Well, we know KFC exists as humans.
Yep. A variety bucket.
You can fit several chickens in there.
Oh, yeah. Or at least parts thereof. Yeah, there's crammed wing to wing.
Who? What's Clint Wentonang, Rick? You said words and I still don't know what it was, and I asked what, and you didn't answer.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they're crammed in wing to wing.
Oh, I thought you said Clint Wingling, and I thought that was the character's name, and I'm like, how the fuck did you know that?
Yeah, my bad.
It's not you. It's partly our recording situation being a bit of a fuck. It's fine. Now, here's the thing, like, why have they even got their license plate as Fun 001? As if they're brainwashing humans as well as chickens into thinking the chickens want to be pies. And they kind of do, apparently.
Yeah, apparently so. I think so they can have, like, multiple vans and, like, there's going to be Fun 001, Fun 002.
Sure, but... They have laid out the back of the fucking death van as if it's a fun bus.
Yeah.
That's some fucking Coyote and Roadrunner shit.
Yep. Cartoon physics.
Let's not undersell how good There Goes the Goujons is as a line.
Yeah, it was. For a chicken.
Gotta give Jin some respect. She is not fucking lacking when it comes to trying to catch up. Jesus, that's a grim message, isn't it? When you know what's going on.
Yeah. Going to a better place. Dr. Evil's hideout.
Like, would you not think a single member of the public might see this and go, what the fuck is up with this death factory for chickens? Okay, I understand. What we already know the big twist is, well, one of the twists is that Mrs. Tweedy's still alive and she's in charge of this place. So that's why they've got all these excessive checks and security to make sure all this stuff. But at this point, you must be losing money on every pie you make.
Yeah, it must just be worth it to just have a minimum security one and the stupid ones just get eaten.
But I don't think that's the case, though, is it?
Yeah, like, it's one of those where I think if I was doing an evil anti-chicken thing, then yeah, it probably would just be minimum security, cheap as you can be, and then the smart ones can escape, and that's fine.
Like, granted, the Great Escape one was more a parody on Great Escape than than you're not supposed to take these plots that seriously, but that's the trailer shot.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, man. My mind's... Again, the first film was just to try and make a bit of a fun, childish parody of Great Escape. This is now... We've got to do some leaps in logic as to how the fuck the humans can get away with this shit. That's not sinister.
Yeah, with with the death trapdoor.
Yeah. Trust a Scouser to have a good fucking savvy head on her.
Yeah.
Is that racist? I don't think it is, but...
Super fun, happy slide.
Oh, fuck off. See, the thing that blows my mind the most is there is actually a part that is, quote-unquote, good.
Yeah, there actually is a super fun, happy place.
Like, they're gonna die here, but it is technically super fun, as advertised. Oh, that's grim imagery. They're chickens, so it's fine, but fuck. The numbers on the collars.
Yeah. Just, you are number 219.
Yeah, this one's the one I think is Nora Batty.
Yeah.
Every plucky group has to have the one person who is brave as fuck and willing to do anything, but is also so fucking stupid.
Yeah. A good old himbo.
I think he's going to get a javelin and try to pole vault over. Oh, not quite. I love how Fowler's just fucking like, no, I'm on it.
Yep, he's down with it.
Now, to be fair, Rocky isn't doing this with no experience at all. We all know that before he joined the girls, he was a circus chicken who was fired out of a cannon regularly.
Mm-hmm. Just this rocket launcher.
Is there a reason, do you think, that the little robots have pig faces? Oh, that's unfortunate.
It is, yeah. Duck submarines. Man, wouldn't it be funny if this turned out to be like a stealth sequel to Animal Farm as well, and like it's actually headed up by actual pigs?
I don't think that would work.
No.
Although I was looking at the design of the robot killer ducks and I was thinking, man, wouldn't it be really cool if the penguin shows up?
Oh yeah, Feathers McGraw.
That's I forgot his name, but you know who I meant.
Yeah. The penguin with a rubber glove that he puts on his head to make himself into a chicken.
Yeah. It went well in the sense that he didn't die, so...
I like that gimmick.
Yeah, it's a good joke. Oh, she's such a divvy moo. I love her.
Yeah.
Are they going to have to fucking steal someone's eye?
Apparently so.
Oh, they were meant to be moles, so that wasn't pig faces, it was mole faces.
Okay.
I love how that's something that gets them over, wins them over.
Yeah. The one that they actually really like.
That's actually kind of sweet. Well, not kind of sweet. That is very sweet. Are you telling me that Nora Batty is the fucking brawler?
I think she pretty much is.
Like, they phrase that as a good thing, but toe rag is usually used as a bit of a... It's either an affectionate nickname or, oh, get out of here, you little fucking toe rag.
Yeah.
I don't like how much his little fucking thing looks like testes.
Yes. Like the way that old man testes just kind of droop. Oh, the little leg cups.
Oh, yeah, so they are. This looks disturbingly like Fall Guys. Jesus Christ, it cut away, but that one in the background that was just gobbling it like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
That's a disturbing image. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Yeah. Well, the idea is that, yeah, they're just encouraged to eat as much as possible.
Well, obviously we know there's going to be a rug pull. I don't know how they're going to do the... I mean, we know what the rug pull is, I just don't know how they're going to implement it.
Yeah.
Fuck you! You don't say sorry to them. I think the food's drugged. It has to be drugged,
it might
right?
be. Yeah, from their expressions. Lobotomized chickens.
Well, it's not it's not a lobotomy if it's just drugged food, but...
Yeah.
Or is it something to do with the collars? Because our two protagonists are not feeling it yet, and they don't have collars.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
See, the thing I'm thinking of there is, what's the fucking point in having, like, propped up hills and not just making the whole fucking hill? Innit?
Yeah. Like they've got the props, but then they just let you go behind the curtain. He dresses up as a chicken to go and infiltrate the chickens.
We also don't know what's happened to Rocky yet, because he doesn't seem to have been popped into that batch of chickens.
Yeah, he seems to have been just removed from the plot conveniently.
Look at these fucking heroes!
The heroes and Bunty.
Oh, fucking hell.
I think that was in the trailer as well.
I do like how Ginger's just like, oh, we fucked it. Look, just a general rule of thumb, if this guard accepts this without any precautions, he's a fucking idiot. And I guess it is an Aardman production, so it's par for the course, but still.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't trust a road cake.
That's a statement.
Well, would you, Rick? If a cake just randomly rolled towards you on the street, would the first
specifically towards me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume that it was some kind of scammer trying to, get something out of me.
Quite possibly. Also, we talked over it, but we just got a Wilhelm scream.
We did.
Okay, so this is what happened. If you hire a security guard, fuck off! What the fuck is going on, Rick? Alright, okay, the rats are there, therefore it gets a pass.
Yep, fair enough.
That is, very lucky, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Just the timing on it.
That shouldn't work. It's cute. A very cute idea, but fucking hell.
Yeah. And they collapse it just by popping it.
You know what? I'm getting flashbacks. There was a PS1 game for Chicken Run, and I wouldn't say it was good, but it was interesting because it was obviously a stealth game.
Okay.
All I'm thinking of right now...
cartoon physics stealth game.
Yeah, and obviously it wasn't that much of a... Sorry, I got distracted by the visual gag.
Yeah.
Obviously it wasn't that dire, because what would happen if you got caught is you'd have dogs barking at you, because you had the two... Was it two? It might have only been one, actually, in the original Chicken Run. It just barked at you, and then it's like, cool, you'd have to restart the level. And it's like, cool, great. But yeah, I'm just thinking, with all these high-tech, quote-unquote, gadgets they're using in this, I kind of want a sequel to that game.
Yeah, it could be pretty cool, actually.
Cut to someone in When We're Big and Famous looking back at this and going, oh, you should just play Metal Gear. I don't want to play Metal Gear, I want to play the dumb chicken game.
I'm liking this little remix of the original theme.
Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with the original theme enough to appreciate it as much as you, I think.
Fair enough.
Oh, no. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. I thought he was going to press the button on the camera and make it flash. Alrighty, well, the rats are going to be with Rocky now, then.
Yeah, so it seems.
Why have they got these SS-esque guards? Innit? That shouldn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's a human just manually checking,
iPad.
then I get it. Fuck off with all this shit.
Flicks through the iPad.
It's a good gag, but also fuck you. How do you not see that shit? That's some Toy Story
they do
shit.
Look a bit more like they do look a bit more like the Galactic Empire than the SS.
Yeah, and who are they based off of?
Yeah.
Alright, so you know.
Space Nazis. Yeah.
Oh, look, it's the fucking
Space Nazis
Creature
once
Comfort
removed.
snail.
Oh, yeah.
That was some real cute animation with the snail do it every time it beeped up because of the rod being poked at him.
Yeah.
Wait, what? So, you get put into the fucking rubbish chute. Hey, you know what? This is a good team up, Rocky with the two rats.
Yeah.
Because Nick's the smart one, the other two are useless, but they're good for muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we just spoke about Star Wars. Are we going to get a trash compactor scene in a minute?
Probably.
Okay. Oh no, it's an incinerator. That's way worse.
Yeah, that's way worse. Yeah. This is, it's Toy Story 3.
Oh yeah, because that ended poorly.
Yeah. His biscuits are burning.
Oh fucking hell, lads. Come on, you bumblefucks.
Well, at least they've got the... Yeah, there we are. They've
Yeah,
got the
okay.
brolly to...
Yeah, I also kind of saw that coming a second too late. They were obviously not going to burn off Rocky and the Rats. That sounds like a good fucking band name, don't it?
Yeah, Rocky and the Rats, yeah.
That's a Del Boy fucking response, isn't it?
Yeah, for one of them to go, we planned that, and the other one to go, did we? It's more of a granddad response than a Rodney response, but you know what I mean.
Sure. That's a terrifying expression.
Yep.
That is some Fall Guys shit that's happening on the right, though.
Yeah.
That's going to be a D20 with your wisdom modifier. I like how they're doing all this stealth shit, but they don't even know. They don't even know where the stealth is for.
Yeah, where it's going or anything, and she just got splattered into the Truman Show wall.
Fuck that.
Oh yeah, because he's only seen Frizzle on the cameras.
I guess that would have to be the case, right? I didn't actually catch that. I was wondering why he was so willing to let Molly go. But yeah, if we look back, you're probably correct.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it is the collars. There we go.
Yeah, okay, good to know.
Because I assumed you first thought that the food was drugged was the easiest solution.
Well, because we just saw the chickens eat it, and that's when they started acting funny, so that's why I was like, oh, fuck, this is bad. But it makes more sense for the collars, because otherwise our protagonist would automatically be fucked, because while they weren't engorging themselves as much as the others, they still ate that shit.
Yeah.
Look at this Teletubby hellhole! Like, okay, it's some real kid shit, and that's fine, but that is honestly a decent tactic if you're scared shitless of something. You just tell yourself, stop being scared, and it doesn't work for everything or everyone, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, just being able to tell you that you're brave.
How much machinery do they need for this fucking happy fun land?
All.
But it didn't look that intensive. You had some basic fucking gears, surely, for the spinny shit, and that was about it. And the automatic feeder, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that bit looked like like really low tech in terms of like the coupe was very low tech.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his chicken costume hand.
Yeah, the feet would be weirder to explain.
Yeah.
Like, this is an easy explanation, because you just need to point at the bullshit that's pandas.
Yeah. But there's no more of those left in Britain.
I'm really, really, really glad that the first question the guy asked was, is this much security necessary?
Yeah.
Oh, we saw that move
Points
in the
of
first
pride.
movie. You know he's evil because he's a cockney.
Mm.
Alright, listen, I'm just going to say it. If I saw a chicken pull out a shank, that would frighten the shit out of me.
Yes. Because they've essentially got lizard brains. And probably won't let you go.
Well, I'm just thinking, now all I've got in that fucking, in my mind is the fucking, hey, what have you got there? I've got a knife. No!
A knife!
Listen, I know some people call it lazy and some people don't like it, but I'm loving all of these characters just missing each other during this heist.
Yeah. Like actual villain lair.
For real. How the fuck do these ugly fuck men get with Miss Tweedy?
Well, she's not exactly a prize picker.
No, I know. She clearly uses these men, but still.
Maybe she has a type. Maybe it's short and portly blokes.
I suppose. I don't know, man. Maybe these guys have stellar personalities, but then again, it's Miss Tweedy, so I guess they don't really need that either. They just need to fucking hate chickens.
Like, I think with Mr. Tweedy, I think the reason that she's not with him anymore is because he just kind of closed the door on her when she was about to explode.
Yeah. That is not something a child should see.
No.
Do you know what is actually fascinating is the science they're showing here is correct. It's why they try to minimise stress in pigs and other animals when going to slaughter.
Yeah. I hate you, mummy.
Hey, let's just say it. This 2D animation, despite being horrifying, is quite cute.
Hmm.
I do kind of like that the guy is a little bit horrified, even though it is only chickens.
Yeah. Popcorn chicken.
One of the best types of processed chicken, I think you'll find.
Yeah, totally. Woman echoing.
Yeah, we already know it's Tweedy. We know she's the twist villain of the film because she's in the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
Why has she decided to dress as full-on Bond villain? I love that. I'm looking at how long does it take this bitch to get down some stairs?
Yeah.
Her first name's Militia.
Militia Tweedy.
Do you hear that Mass Effect-esque fucking music in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I love Aardman's sense of humour, I really do. I wasn't incorrect, she is marrying them. Okay, so she's now explaining what it is. It's very odd for someone to go to both Oxford and Cambridge.
It is, yeah. Oh, yeah, so he's got a degree in drama, which is why he's such a drama queen.
That is great. I think Fry just did.
Oh, he's got a body bag that's been knitted.
See, she is useful.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, God, she's so... Oh, God. A lovable airhead is what you'd call her, right?
Yeah. Like a double bimbo.
I love the expression on Reginald's face of just like, what the fuck? How much money are you pissing away on this? How much am I going to have to pay you for one chicken?
Well, like, in universe, I think it's just it's Fry's kind of passion project.
Yes, but they're quite clearly trying to sell the chickens to Reginald for his restaurants, which means he's going to have. If this costs a lot of money, they're going to have to pay a lot of money per chicken to, recoup the losses. Pardon the pun. On for the Happy Fun Farm, and then in response, his restaurant's going to have to charge bullshit prices for the chicken. Okay, so here you go. Molly and Ginger just saw that there is an off button, and that is their new goal. Some serious The Claw vibes, eh?
Ascend the staircase to the anus.
Okay, so I can now see why they needed so much servers and generators in that room. Should have said winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Almost.
Now, okay, it being chickens is giving it a pass, but boy is this grim fucking imagery when you think for half a second.
A nice time on holiday.
Oh, it's worse. Oh, they actually added the sound effects. I wasn't ready for it.
Yep. Because they've shown them, taking a chicken away and making dinner out of them before.
It's a bit different when they go so willingly to such a horrible fate. I also don't think you could get that much chicken pops out of one chicken. Mind you, it's also not very, very practical either if you need one chicken per bucket, because how many buckets are you expecting to sell?
Yeah. So apparently this is before the dawn of fast food as an industry.
Maybe so. Well, you got to bear in mind, how old is Molly? Like 5? Obviously, she's a bit older than that
in chicken years, yeah.
But in actual years, she's like 5 years old, maybe less than that. We don't actually know. Like in human years, she's like early teenager, right?
Yeah, but she might only be like 1 or 2 years old in like human years.
Which means it's been 1 or 2 years since the prior film, which was the only point I wanted to make. So the early film was set in like just before 2000, maybe, or just after 2000, which fast food was a fucking thing.
To be honest, okay, so that was when it was released, but like I don't know when it was set.
True enough, I suppose.
Like circuses were still a thing.
Yeah, but circuses were a thing when I was a kid, Rick, and that was the 90s.
Sure.
Oh, I love how she's also got PTSD.
Yeah. I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you were foiled by a chicken.
Yeah.
Especially a chicken with a bonnet.
Yeah, true enough. We're going to get a jump scare in a minute. Yep.
Oh, so Ginger's going to get lobotomized.
Again, it's not a lobotomy. Like, a lobotomy is a very specific thing and is irreversible.
Yeah. Remove the little piece of the brain. They'll let you keep the piece of brain. Hello, little buddy.
Yeah, how dare you want to live, chicken? Shit, maybe she is getting lobotomized because she's been chained down.
Yeah. A lot of cameras just for Mrs. Tweedy.
I think they just fucked up the controls and are showing the same 2 cameras.
Yeah.
In fact, again, like, we're watching these films from the perspective of the chicken, so she is basically Hitler. But in reality, she wasn't the worst owner of chickens in the world.
Yeah. And the fact that she's, like, going out of her way, even out of malice, to make Ginger actually, deliriously happy.
Oh, no, that's just fucked up no matter how you cut it.
Yeah. Oh.
What the fuck is this bullshit now? That is so cool, but it's a fucking chicken.
Yeah.
She's fucking Captain America now. That's basically what they said.
Yeah. Husbands and chickens. Yeah, turn it up to 11.
Fuck off. That joke is so old. It's a good one, but boy.
But these ones go to 11.
That's some fun fucking shit they're doing with her eyes. That's a damn fucking sentence, but yeah.
Yeah, the swirlies.
I can see what they're going for. In reality, this is a bad idea, but
Yeah.
Why is that so funny, Rick?
Man, this is going to be malfunctioning the entire time now, isn't it?
Maybe. How much runtime have we got left? We've only got like 30 minutes of the film left, so it could happen for the rest of the film.
Yeah, we're just over halfway through.
It doesn't feel like it.
We're just over halfway through, including super credits.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, fuck. I love the rolling up of imaginary sleeves.
Yeah, yeah.
What the I'm sorry, you can't use this music, it's from Bottom.
Distraction dance. I like how Dr. Fry is into it.
To be fair, like much like I said earlier, if I saw a chicken with a shank, I'd shit myself. If I saw a chicken starting to dance, synchronised perfectly with some music it had chosen, I'd fucking be like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, are they going to use Bunty to overload it?
I guess, maybe.
Because this is just her state of being usually.
True. But you don't forget, though, Ginger got overloaded. Like, they don't usually pump it that high.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I just remembered there's an episode, there's the comic strip of the Beano with the Bash Street Kids, where they get taken to prison to test a escape-proof cell. And the only reason they get out is because Smithy asks the computer so many stupid questions that the computer just goes, "Go away, get out, I've opened the door for you, stop it." Okay, I would fucking anyone would have a heart attack if rats dropped on them from the ceiling.
Yes, yes, absolutely. It would be instant quit job.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is really sweet, actually, considering that they consider themselves like honorary uncles.
I don't think there's anything honorary about it. Sorry, we're not saying much right now, but again, we've got a very physical scene, so it's just fun visually.
Yeah, yeah.
That is one of the most
silo.
dangerous positions to be in if you were human. I think chickens can get away with it because they're light, but if you're a human, you're going to die.
Yeah, if you get stuck in a grain silo, like, your only way is to, like, get to one of the edges and, like, hope that you sink slow enough for someone to find you.
Yeah, so there's a video of someone who got caught in one, and he was filming himself because he fell into the grain silo, and he rung 999, and they were like, "We're going to be there in 20 minutes." And he's like, fuck. So he started filming himself, and all you could see is his feet slowly sinking, and he's doing the thing you see in cartoons where people cling onto ceilings?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing that on the side of the wall, and he's just talking to the camera the whole time, just saying, like, "I really hope they fucking show up, because this is hard."
Yes, absolutely.
Is that a big old lump of blood on the floor? No, it can't be. It's hard, man. It's meant to be fun, but it looked like there was some red shit on the floor. And no, I wasn't talking about the pink line either, because that looked different.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nasty joke. And obviously, if you sink through, if you start sinking, once your mouth and nose are covered, you're fucked.
Oh yes, totally.
That's true. Oh, he can't be that much of an idiot, surely. Yeah, he's that much of an idiot.
Yeah, he's that much of an idiot, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. She's doing her best not to yell at him.
Oh, nothing like your first breakdown. I was gonna say, what the fuck do you think's wrong? I know you can't just fucking assume shit as a parent, but fucking hell.
Yeah.
What's wrong? We're all gonna die and it's my fault.
Yeah.
It's everybody's fault.
The big fault is they didn't just educate her on the fact that humans eat chickens.
Yeah. Yeah, but... You know, you gotta... being a parent's hard. It's easy for us to talk shit,
Yeah,
Rick.
yeah.
We don't have to deal with this bollocks. But, you know...
Yeah. We don't have to reveal the concept of mortality to a child that we brought into the world.
See, that I don't know what conversation I would dread the most, but that one seems like a horrible one to have.
Yeah.
Although, mind you, he's disgraced right now, and rightly so, because he did do some horrible things. But Louis C.K. had a fun bit about about telling him about saying that how he learnt about a lack of religion was his mum basically said that family's insane, they're not going to heaven, they're all going to die, and so he went to the kid of the group and went, what's going to happen is your mum's going to die, and your dad's going to die, and you're going to die in that order. To a kid. Obviously, he tells it much better than I do, because I'm one, paraphrasing, two, don't have the comedic timing. Thanks, Mac. He's obviously got an idea, but he does sound insane.
Yeah, you popcorn all the corn to increase the volume.
They still had one of those?
Oh yeah, there's her glasses.
Ah. Oh, they did actually bring matches.
Nerd laser.
That might as well be from fucking Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah.
I've never watched Indiana Jones, and I know that trope is from Indiana Jones. That is a very beautiful effect.
It is. It is. It's actually really cool.
Like, as a visual, I really enjoyed that. Sounds more like bubbles than corn popping, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah. I love how the snail's trying to get away at full speed, and full speed is 0.
You're not wrong, that's what the old folk all say. But yeah, funny enough, Charlie Fowler was just talking about Charlie Whizbang as they were rising to the ceiling due to popcorn. It almost feels like they were kind of trying to invoke Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Well, not quite, is it? Because you want to still prevent the chicken holocaust.
Yeah.
Am I
or
allowed
at least
to say
get Frizzle
that?
out.
Like, it feels a bit wrong comparing it to that. But then again, the first film was them breaking out of essentially a World War II prisoner of war camp. So
Yeah. I mean, it kind of is chicken Auschwitz.
where'd they get all the hangers from?
I don't know. For all of them.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter if you know them or not, does it? Or it shouldn't.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
We
If
as a
you
society,
can, you should. Hmm.
oh fuck off. Fine, the line made sense there, but also it's like, come on. Like, the plan is obviously to get that MacGuffin button, but the question is how.
Hmm.
Also, like, business deals don't work this way. They shouldn't have,
Yeah.
already have a truck ready to receive their first shipment. Like, they were just talking about making a deal about an hour ago.
Well, it's good old movie timeline logic.
Yeah, true. Nugget 1. Oh, that's great. That is the sort of morbid humour you'll find slaughterhouses tend to have.
Yes.
Fucking... them fucking afros. Probably not going to be... Can they drive a truck?
Maybe. Yeah, I think they're just going to Toy Story the truck.
Yeah, okay.
Just do their best to bullshit their way through it. They were able to fly their flying bird.
Yeah, but they built that to accommodate chickens. I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to be sweet and sour sauce, and I was building up my anger because that's how. I'm going to look up when that was invented. Like, she clearly thought it was a wedding, an engagement ring, which is weird because she's already married.
Yeah. I think she's essentially got the like zero loyalty.
Oh, well, sweet and sour sauce originated in China in the 1700s.
Okay.
It was developed into a popular sauce it is today in America during the 19th century, which would have been the 1800s.
Yeah.
So no, this fucker did not invent sweet and sour sauce. Also, have you ever had sweet and sour sauce not be runny as fuck?
No. Actually, yes. but only because I put it in the fridge and it just congealed and solidified into jelly. And needed to be put in the microwave to melt it again.
Yeah, fair. I'm actually laughing at his story rather than the visuals. I don't know why, I found it very funny.
Oh yes, that's what the third remote does.
Who the fuck has got a button for that? Okay, clearly popcorn chicken you're making, you prick. Okay.
Yeah, the summer holiday, yeah.
It's a very fitting song, I'll grant them that. But also, I'm annoyed at anything that gives Cliff Richards money.
Fair enough.
I don't like the man. No one should like the man. He's a bastard. I understand why they're giving extra haste to getting Fizz out, because, you know, she's a friend of Molly, but at the same time, that's not going to cut it when there's this many.
Yeah, she's the one that matters. The rest of them are just jobbers.
I noticed that Miss Tweedy has suddenly stopped giving a fuck about her personal vendetta against Ginger. Never mind, I was wrong, she was just getting an axe.
Yeah, she's going for the axe yet.
That fucking T-posing jump is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It's great, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah. She doesn't even need a fucking collar.
Yeah.
My god, this is horrifying to watch.
Not now, Fetcher.
To be fair, if one of those rats ended up as Nuggets, that would at least end the plot, but also we don't want to lose the rats because they're the best part of the movie.
No, we don't. Yeah. Yeah, they are, yeah. Aw.
Like, is she a pet chicken that ran away? Because she's also got a neck thing that does not look to have been made by chickens.
It appears to be, yeah.
Oh, I love how ditzy that girl is.
Yep.
I understand they're the heroes and they're not going to give up willingly, but I would have stopped trying to push them back the moment they got close to the the escalator. I'd be like, fuck this, I'm out. I tried.
Marching to their death music.
God damn. Yep.
Man, it reminds me of Power Rangers with Ivan Ooze, Leap to Your Doom.
Wow, yeah, a little bit. God damn, they did a real good job animating fucking Miss Tweedy there. She looked like a fucking Terminator.
Yeah.
So what did we get? We got battery and oil. Oh, batter and oil were two of the
batter
containers.
and oil, yeah.
I thought it said battery, which kind of makes sense with oil if you're thinking of a car.
Sure.
That voice line should have been done again. That didn't sound right at all. I do love the fact we got closed captions, so occasionally we have villainous music, and now we've got heroic.
Yeah. Like whimsical music or music with trepidation.
Yeah. It's a good thing you're the son of a famous circus chicken, otherwise this might be hard.
Yeah. Push Bhutan.
I love how the fact the rats do technically have no stake in this and they are still fucking helping out.
Yeah, like, props to them.
Also, like, okay, it's a movie, so it's fine, but at the same time, there's no way that should be done now. They should have lost.
Now watch them all run around like headless chickens.
Okay, very good. Chickens don't have teeth that work that way.
Yeah, well, they also don't have teeth the way that they're animated, so, you know, there is that.
Woo! See, that'd be it. If I was Miss Tweedy, and I'm thank fuck I'm not, if I nearly had my head chopped off by an axe, I'd be like, fuck it, they can live another day.
Yep, fuck this shit, I'm out.
We know that's not true. You managed to get a whole bucket out of one earlier. Okay, that was very lucky that it was the blunt end hitting her forehead, right?
Yeah, if this was any other... Oh, no. Oh, okay, yeah, she's just going into the grinder.
Jesus.
Danger, large chicken.
Yeah, there's meant to be fail-safes for this. But also, it feels like despite having spent millions of pounds on this facility, she hasn't invested in any fucking fail-safe, any health and safety regulations.
Yeah, it's just only security, no...
Well, she wants lots of security, so that way if a guard dies by falling in the meat grinder, who cares? She's got 5 more guards.
Yeah, it's all security, no safety.
I'm sorry, did they just call the clutch the spare one?
Yep.
Oh, fuck you, that's a good joke. Okay, so she's just been oiled and battered and not chopped up into bits.
Nugget moaning.
Okay, but, like, it's a very fun visual and a fun gag, but she should be dead.
Oh, yeah, super dead. How the fuck did she get up there?
Because she's the fucking Terminator for chickens.
Yeah.
Like, being battered has only made her more terrifying. That security guard is smart.
Yeah. Lock down the facility.
So, was that a fucking Jaws reference?
I think it was.
Oh yeah, we forgot about this old fuck.
Yeah, Fowler being late has actually played to their advantage.
Yeah.
Boop.
Good old George of the Jungle shit.
Watch out for that tree.
Man, I wouldn't mind doing that for the fucking poddy.
Man, yeah, it's been a long time since I saw that.
Yeah. As chicken nuggets, apparently.
Hoist by her own petard.
Well, it's weird, isn't it? Because we've seen that before, and apparently the solution was to just dive underwater and they'd stop... What the fuck? Why'd the fucking whole fucking plant explode?
Yeah, I don't know why the house fell over.
I mean, he did say it was overheating, but it's just like it was timed so perfectly, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't know why the whole facility exploded. Specifically the appeared to be the residential area.
I mean, us as adults,
Cartoon
we know.
logic.
Yeah, I was going to say it's cartoon logic and it's a fun visual, and that's fine. But it was a bit silly. Look at this fucking Fraggle Rock bullshit. Are these two old lesbians? Because it feels like they're meant to be.
I think so. Actually, no. I think Babs is carrying a torch for Fowler still.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's not on yet.
Yeah, it's not even turned on yet.
Yeah, so this is new fucking technology that will make the Chicken Nation enemy number one for the free world.
Yeah.
See, that's more realistic. 30 birds to a cage. That's some evil fucking farming practice. That is real and needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
Although usually that's the state for eggs rather than, poultry.
Mm-hmm.
I like how Fowler's the only one in camouflage.
Yeah. Everyone just jumping up for the final freeze frame.
Yeah. I do like these 2D cards at the end as well. It's a very nice way of showing off the stars of the show, as it were.
Yeah, it's kind of Pixar-ish.
Yeah. I'm still laughing at the fucking 2D family. So silly. This chicken's horrible, so I hate you, mother.
Yes. It's daft, but it's funny.
It's definitely the sort of advertising thing. Wobbly bit and noggin are officially parts of the chicken when butchering, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much to say. We got the things up, but we're not getting the voices yet, and the voices are kind of the stars of the show. No offense. Fandu Newton, there we go. Rocky, Zachary Levi. I don't think that's who played Rocky in the first one.
Yeah, wasn't he Mel Gibson or something?
It was definitely a big name. Because I feel like they drew attention to Rocky's voice actor in the first one. That's why I was kind of looking out for it. That was Ramesh Ranganathan!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wasn't Ramesh Ranganathan the first time.
I could have fooled fucking me, because it sounded good enough. Hey, it was fucking Peter Seraph. That was fucking Pate.
Yeah, Peter Serafinowicz and Miranda Richardson. Yeah, okay.
I don't think she was in the first one either, but she might have been. She was a thing back then.
Yeah. Like, Blackadder was old hat by then, and she was the queen in Blackadder too.
Right, yeah. Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
She was also,
Lizzie 1.
Sorry?
Lizzie 1.
I'm sorry, I still don't catch what you're saying.
Lizzie 1, as in Queen Elizabeth
Oh, okay,
I.
Lizzie 1, cool. I don't know what it was. I think combination of the fact we just watched a 2-hour movie and the music slightly louder than the rest of the film means...
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck's he saying? And it's always embarrassing when you have to ask 3 times because you're not allowed to ask more than that.
Yeah. And also, my headphones might be running down.
Yeah. That's the fun thing when we do a movie, guys, because of our recording situation. By the end of it, Rick's headphones and mic are literally dying. You won't notice it on your end listening because he uses his proper recording mic for Audacity and the WAV file. But when he's talking to me on Discord, it's just shitty little headphones.
Yeah, if I could trust the laptop, then I could have the... I could run Discord through the laptop at the same time and use the same mic for both, but... Can't really trust it.
Yeah, one day we'll fix this and be able to go back to our glory days where the only problem we had was your PC
Northern
being too
internet.
loud because it was a beast.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, we're not going to do our thoughts just yet because we've got fucking 11 minutes of credits. At least half of those are foreign.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, man.
it's one of those.
I'm going to sneeze, though. I'm going to try not to sneeze.
You can sneeze, it's fine. Just give me a timestamp and I'll cut it out. As I was saying that, I heard Rick sneeze. Discord could not silence it. Yeah, Mel Gibson was Rocky in the first one. Julia Sawala was Ginger. Jane Hyrax was Babs. Miranda Richardson was Miss Tweedy in the original.
Okay.
They had Timothy Spall as Nick,
Fair enough.
who was one of the rats.
Sure.
Fuck,
okay.
that's sad looking at Timothy Spall because he looks old. I mean, he is old, but fuck.
Yeah.
I don't mean any disrespect for that. Like,
Yeah,
the guy's
so,
in his, 70s, but... 70s? 1957, so... Not quite 70s.
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah. Well, 65, yeah.
But yeah.
65, 66 kind of years old, yeah.
But yeah, I'm used to him being bigger, that's the thing. He's lost a lot of weight in the picture they've got of him on IMDb. And yes, I'm sorry that this isn't a fucking very interesting thing to talk about, but we are filling 11 minutes of bullshit.
Yeah, we're doing our best to vamp.
Yeah, man. I was surprised to see some VAs I recognised in the credits.
Yeah. Well, like the big one being Peter Serafinowicz,
The big one...
who we know as...
We know as Pate, he voiced Darth Maul in Phantom Menace.
And he was Pete in, not 28 Days Later.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, and I say apparently because this was just a story that him and I believe Simon Pegg share, which is on the day when he had to come out of the bathroom naked as a zombie, they had to get him a special, I don't know the correct word, but basically privacy protector to hide his knob on set because his knob was too big for the standard ones. That's a story both Peter and Simon Pegg share. So it might be true, it might be them just talking shit. I don't care. I find it funny.
I also like the idea behind that of the actor can be okay with like having their knob shown, but you still need the knob protector for the sake of all the other members of staff that have to look at it while filming.
Well, it's also because they didn't want to show the cock on screen because it does have an age rating that means they can't do that. And in the film, they have it hidden by a signpost, but the pad was there for both so people didn't have to look at his knob if they didn't want to, and two, if there was a little bit of accidental sway, then it wouldn't have fucked up the shot and they had to do it all over again.
Yeah.
That's my understanding. I'm not an expert. I could be talking shit. That's just my understanding.
Yeah.
Sorry, Elizabeth Quigley. That's a great fucking name.
It is a bit.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, for me, the standout voice actor was actually Ramesh because I like his comedy a lot. And I didn't think it sounded like Ramesh, in which case, good job as a VA.
Yeah. I've not heard of it. I've not heard him do things other than his, well, not just his comedy, but like his little like travel shows as well.
Yeah. I like the show he did with.
I've not seen him.
Go on, sorry.
I'm just saying, I've not seen him not just be himself.
Yeah, that's true. I don't. Yeah, that's a point. I've seen him do stand up. I saw him on Taskmaster. I saw him on travel show. I haven't seen the one he did with his mum. I saw the one he did with. Actually, I think I'm getting that confused with someone else, so I'm going to stop talking.
Sure.
But yeah, Ramesh is a funny comedian. If you've not seen his stand-up, you should definitely check it out. He's got a great bit about his mum getting annoyed at him because he doesn't speak her language. And he's like, but you didn't speak it around me when I was a kid, so how the fuck was I meant to learn it?
Yeah, yeah. Like, he gets berated for it when he goes to, I think it's Sri Lanka?
I couldn't tell
And,
you.
like, the rest of his family, like, extended family is just, like, yeah, berating him. And, yeah.
I only know about one thing about Sri Lanka, unfortunately. Well, two things. One, they're great at cricket, but that's kind of par for the course. The other one is that, obviously, that horrible tsunami in 2004.
Yes.
It took out, like, half the fucking country. Like, not... As in, like, half the landmass or something. It was ridiculously powerful as a tidal wave.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's one of those weird things where, as well, because it's not Japan, it doesn't have a sophisticated early warning system, and it's still terrifying watching all the videos of tourists filming the wave starting to form. Because they don't know
Yes.
it's not...
Yes.
Nobody... Well, I'm sure some of the locals were like, that ain't fucking right, I'm getting out of here. But from what I've been told, and again, I have to go on other people's experiences because I don't know fuck all, if you see the wave starting to form, it is already too late to run.
Yes. Because normally the early warning is that you see the tide come out and you go like, oh, cool, I wonder what's happening here. And you go and investigate the beach, and that's sealing your fate.
Man, we should try and lighten the mood a bit, shouldn't we? 'Cause that was a bit of a weird, grim take, and I apologise for being the one to put us on it.
Yeah, cartoon chickens.
Yeah, cartoon chickens. Like, it's... the thing I liked about this the most, and we'll probably... I know we're kind of diving into what did you think territory, but again, we've got to fill fucking time. Also, this music's so fucking loud compared to the rest of the film, I'm going to turn it down. Like, they play it seriously to a certain extent. Like, obviously they've got the silly over the top slapstick, but if you traded the chickens for humans, apart from it's a serious story.
Yeah. I mean, they'd have to modify it a little bit because the humans probably wouldn't be getting eaten. But
I'd set it in a dystopian future and then they're sorted. But, you know.
Oh, yeah. Soylent Green Factory.
There you go, man. It's a simple fix, but it's also like... Because it is essentially a death factory, you have to change a lot because of some real-life paralogs that you can potentially draw, which were not intentional, and we're doing this as hyperbole because, you know, it's like if you trade out chickens for people, it could be a serious plot. That's the only point we're making.
Yeah, totally. We're not trying to link it to anything historical or anything, but it's impossible not to see the parallels.
Yeah, and also it's for kids. They don't want kids thinking, oh, what if it was people, and then that kid had to go to therapy, and it didn't work, and he started murdering cats.
Man, the number of things where humans are just the villains because they're the predators. And you're seeing things from the point of view of the prey. Not even just humans either. Like the T-Rex in Land Before Time is like the villain because it wants to eat.
Excuse me, I believe you mean the sharp tooth.
Yeah, the sharp tooth. And doesn't it have a kid called Chomper or something?
There is a baby Tyrannosaurus in one of the movies, and it's called that. The kids call it Chomper, and their mission is to take it back to the parents without getting eaten by the parents.
Yeah, apparently there's a like a YouTube reboot of Land Before Time.
Shut the fuck up.
Shorts.
I don't want to hear the term Land Before Time reboot.
And Chomper is just one of the main cast in those, apparently.
We'll have to check that out, because that sounds dumb.
Yeah. It's probably not good.
Well, because one of the main reasons why they want to get to the valley in the first place is it's just the herbivores, and the predators don't bother going there because there's too many herbivores. They'll get fucked up.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's odd, isn't it? Because I think, technically speaking, is it Pterosaurus? I've forgotten their actual name. The fucking flying ones that have a silent P.
Oh yeah, like pterodactyls.
Pterodactyl, that's the word I was looking for. I said pterosaurus because I'm a fucking idiot. I think they're...
Well, pterosaur is their genus, I believe.
I'll have to take your word for that because I really don't know much about dinosaurs. But, and here I am about to say a fact that it might be wrong then, but I think pterodactyls are technically predators, so it's very weird that they just chill out with the herbivores.
Yeah. Well, I think the idea is that they are predators of much smaller things, like early mammals and bugs. And speaking of bugs, like, Timon and Pumbaa would be an apocalypse-level event for A Bug's Life.
Oh, well, not really, because they can only eat so much between them. I get what you're going for. I mean, dude, I don't know if you remember Ants, but they had a war with the termites, and it was gruesome as fuck for a kids' movie.
Man, it's been a long time since I've seen Ants. Like, I vaguely remember the thing of, oh yeah, I'm the middle child of 500 million.
Yeah.
And that was like the opening game.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Man, that fucking movie had an all-star cast. Like, it had Sylvester Stallone, it had Woody Allen, it had other people, I'm sure. Those are the two big ones that jump out at me. And, man, I think that's a good one to actually go back and look at, because I don't know about you, but Bug's Life kicked the shit out of it as far as my life is concerned.
Oh, yeah. Like, A Bug's Life was just a better movie in terms of, like, looking better and being better suited towards the kid demographic.
Yeah, like...
Ants was basically not a kid's movie.
Yeah, the plot of Ants was a fucking military coup.
Yeah.
The plot of A Bug's Life is, hey, have you ever heard the story of the grasshopper and the ant? Well, here it is, but Pixar did it.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I was an embarrassingly old age by the time I learnt that was it's what it was based on.
Like, here's the thing, a lot of the time I just don't know certain things, and again, that was one of the fables that I didn't get when I was a kid.
Jesus Christ, man, that just ended the credits. There was no fucking big boom or nothing. So, yeah, sorry, Rick, to cut you off, but let's get into our wind down, because we're damn near 2 hours pre-edit. So, Rick, what did you think?
I liked it. It might not have been as timeless as the original, but that's not a knock against this. It's a praising of the original. How about you? What do you think?
I think it was a pretty decent sequel, considering the length of time between this and the previous film. I think the reason why the old film is probably timeless in your mind is because it just took a good plot anyway and turned it into a child-friendly version, you know?
Yes, it's one of those things, like, you always say, like, you can watch The Great Escape every year, but, like, it's the same thing with Chicken Run. You can show the Chicken Run at Christmas every year, and it's still the kind of thing that kids can still watch.
Absolutely, man. Again, can't stress this enough. If you've not watched the original Chicken Run, it is just a Great Escape, but chickens.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I've not watched The Great Escape.
I don't blame you. It's damn near a 3-hour-long movie, but it's good. And as far as British cinema goes, it's a classic, and I think everyone who's British should certainly watch it, especially if you like film. That being said, it is propaganda as fuck. There is a few things they get wrong, but it's also a movie. It's meant to be exciting and entertaining. They're gonna change certain things to make the film flow better.
Yeah.
Let's not get bogged down in that, shall we, Rick? Let's do our usual wind down proper. Do you have a favourite moment?
I would say when they were trying to break into the facility and we got the spy remix of the original theme. Like, I really like the just general Chicken Run music as like its own. It's obviously not meant to be the Great Escape music, but it's meant to be like this uplifting, bombastic theme tune of like hopefulness, and it was just cute to see that like remixed, and because it was they were turning the situation on its head, and what better way to show that than also by the music. Bit waffly, but yeah. How about you? What was your favourite moment?
Honestly, it was Mrs. Tweedy and Ginger locking eyes for the first time in the movie, because Ginger's already having her PTSD flashbacks of, I don't want to do this again, this sucked last time, it sucks now, but I gotta save my daughter. And then Miss Tweedy just instantly recognising Ginger and being like, you!
Yeah.
A bit simple perhaps, but I don't care, I enjoyed it.
It was good though, yeah. Like, I think you picked a good moment for that, because like, yeah, it was a great way to show that Mrs. Tweedy isn't just racist against chickens. She's got a vendetta against Ginger in particular and can remember individual chickens.
Yeah, it's saying something. Like, she doesn't see... like, she wants to get rid of all chickens, but she also wants to make a profit doing it. But Ginger, it's personal.
Yeah, on the third hand, Ginger is personal.
It's weird that she managed to clock that Molly was Ginger's daughter just by looking at the two. Because, alright, it's bad to put in real-life examples when we're dealing with one claymation to a fucking cartoon. But I can't tell what chickens are related just by looking at them. And even in the context of this movie, I wouldn't have been able to tell Molly was Ginger's daughter if the film didn't explicitly tell me that that's what the case was.
Probably the hats.
I guess.
And, you know, like, she's an experienced chicken farmer. She knows how long it would take for a chicken to grow up. A chicken of that size is probably one of the brood of the escapees.
Maybe. I think we're giving her too much credit, but it makes sense, so fuck it.
Yeah.
But yes, we can't only talk about the good, we also have to talk about the bad. So with that in mind, Rick, do you have a weakest link?
Dr. Fry could have had more of an arc. It showed that he had, like, some amount of morality. They could have done more with him, because I enjoyed that character. Like, he had a cool design. He was a fun and goofy guy. Like, he could even have ended up being the human that helps the chickens in the end.
I don't think that was the point of the character. He's quite clearly a stooge.
Oh, yeah, he's a stooge and a simp and a useful idiot for Mrs. Tweedy. But it could have been different. And if that's not a glowing enough review, that the only downside I could see is that they didn't do something more with one character. But yeah, I didn't think anything else was bad about the movie. How about you? What would you say is your weakest link?
This is a great movie. It's a decent sequel. I enjoyed it. However, why the fuck has it gotten a sequel after 23 years? That's the weakest link. It's been 23... I looked it up just to double check. Chicken Run came out in 2000.
Yes. That's longer than Star Wars.
I kind of understand it, because I think if they did a random new project, it wouldn't get anywhere near as much attention. However, I don't know. I think if I was doing it, and considering the length of time, I probably would have made the sequel something set even obviously further in the future, as opposed to a bit of ambiguity. That being said, I also feel like this might be trying to set up a TV show. It feels like it with that ending, doesn't it?
Yeah. I can see that becoming like a little Netflix animated serial, the same way that, like, Make Your Mark became an animated serial. Although I think that was kind of the other way around. Like, they were always going to do a series of My Little Pony Make Your Mark, and it would just so happen that the best way to do an opening was with an opening movie rather than just like a two-parter, you know?
Yeah, I get you. It's just like, I could definitely see a Villain of the Week show based on Chicken Run liberating random chickens. Let's do our MVPs. Rick, who is your MVP?
I'm probably just going to have to give it to Aardman in general. Like, the studio that brought us this joy, if you don't give it to them, then you weren't watching. Because not only are they fantastic at visuals, like, even the little gags are just great. I'm giving it to Aardman in general. How about you?
I think it's rather unfair of you to say if you don't give it to Aardman, you weren't watching the movie, because that's a bit... Aardman the studio, that's a big... That's just like, I don't want to choose an individual MVP, so I'm giving it to everyone. That's what you just did.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm going to give the MVP award to Ginger, because honestly, despite the film focusing on her daughter Molly, Ginger had possibly the biggest role to play, and it's always nice to see a heroic character get over a very obvious hurdle.
Yeah, totally. And also, we got her heroic willpower moment as well, didn't we?
Yeah, that was so fucking stupid, but I kind of loved it.
Yeah.
You can get away with this nonsense with Aardman, because Aardman never takes itself too seriously.
Yeah, totally.
Before I do the outro, I do want to touch on something I was going to say earlier, but I kind of missed the mark a bit. There is a bit of a real message you can take away from this film, and trust me, it's going to make sense. And they kind of leave it on the cliffhanger where mass battery farming of chickens is a real problem, especially in the UK, where we still allow it. I'm sure America also allows it, as well as other countries. But, you know, if you don't already, and I don't want to feel like I'm on a soapbox, but the film kind of touched on it, so I'm going to say it. If you don't already, try and avoid buying eggs and chickens from battery farms and battery hens, because it's real. They do cram a fuck ton of chickens into a tiny amount of space because they want to maximise their profit on eggs or maximise their profit on chicken breast. And to a certain degree, that also means you can't have KFC no more, because there's no way you're buying chicken breast for less than $5.
Yeah, not from an ethically farmed chicken.
That being said, that's the soapbox done. Again, only because they sort of touched upon it on the film. Some chickens are kept at trophy ferociously, and that's a problem. Not just chickens, farm animals in general, but obviously we're talking about chickens because Chicken Run. That being said, if you want to talk to us, let us know your thoughts and opinions, or perhaps suggest future episodes. We do have the comment section down below on YouTube. Alternatively, if you're not watching via YouTube, you can send us an email at
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. Once again, that is nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Yes. I would say join us next week, but next week is quite literally Christmas Day, and we don't release stuff on Christmas, so we'll see you in 2 weeks, where we'll resume our regularly recorded podcast.
Yep, see you for, well, the dawn of the new year. Bye, everybody.